Tonight for Swindon goalkeeper Fraser Digby, whose error presented Pat Nevin with the opening goal on 21 minutes. The sort of nightmare moment which has been costing Steve McMahon's team dear on their travels, but credit Nevin for a cleverly executed finish. Swindon refused to let the conditions upset their passing game and produced some flowing first-half moves which might have seen them level before the break. Wayne Allison was working hard up front, but it wasn't his night in front of goal. Following good work by Kevin Horlock and Jason Drysdale, Allison was denied by a post. Now McMahon's men were beginning to find their feet, and it was Tranmere who was slithering. Another incisive attack saw David Kerslake try his luck from long range. Kerslake was involved again as Swindon continued to press for the equaliser. This time it was Steve Coe's shot beaten away. But all the hard work was made meaningless when Swindon conceded another sloppy goal in the second half. Nevin's cross beat everyone, including Dave Higgins, who was credited with the goal. Watch how Digby adjusts his position to cope with Higgins' run, only to be stranded by what proved the perfect dummy. A ray of hope for Swindon arrived on 64 minutes. Allison's header was only half cleared, and Horlock came up with another classy finish. It's strikes like this which make the transfer-listed midfield player a hot property. Number 13 for Swindon was none other than substitute goalkeeper Steve Mildenhall, sent on as a striker in a last desperate throw of the dice by manager McMahon. But it was Tranmere who should have increased their lead in the closing stages as Digby sent Ian Moore flying. This time the goalkeeper atoned by denying Nevin his hat-trick, but McMahon was left to reflect on a 10th away defeat.
Individual mistakes are costing us in the last few weeks, especially away from home. We've got to cut. If we can cut them silly, sloppy mistakes out, we might have a chance.
Well, Steve McMahon there clearly concerned and angry about giving away sloppy goals, and he looked dead right, didn't he?
Yeah, they were. There's one or two sloppy goals there. I mean, this one you can see that they start off with somebody on the near post, and as Nevin goes to do his overhead kick, the bloke on the near post has come back into the middle of the goal. If it had just stayed where he was, the keeper's in the middle, he could have dealt with that. Second one, the fella gets between the two markers, it goes right over everybody, so that's Pat Nevin's goal, and I think that's why he went on to take the penalty. He was after his hat-trick, wasn't he?
Absolutely, he certainly wanted to claim it. Yeah. Now, Swindon, obviously they're struggling away from home. The problem that creates for them is that it then puts extra pressure. They've got to pick up points at home now.
That's it, they can't afford to lose any games at home or even drop any points. You know, their away form is that bad that they've got to win every game at home, and they've got to start getting the away form right.
And Steve McMahon, I mean, do you see he's got a lot of work to do? Does he need to change a few players?
No, I don't think he's got much to do. I think a little bit of change of fortune, really. They had chances there that on another day they could have gone in.